Set yourself up for an interstellar stunner. In light of the fact that, as per a gathering of researchers, Betelgeuse, the entrancing purple supergiant embellishing Orion's shoulder, has previously detonated, it really is proper, you heard that right. We are not kidding. Within the following 10 years, or more than one, a long time, its awesome repercussions will enlighten the nighttime sky. However, how did researchers arrive at this declare? Should we be worried? Might the James Webb Space Telescope capture the leftovers of Betelgeuse? Nowadays, we're plunging deep into all the ultramodern info. Quite likely one of the most major stars in the night sky within the northern hemisphere at some stage in winter is the pink supergiant star Betelgeuse. It's a few of the handful of stars that shine brightly enough for us to see. In reality, its rosy orange tone with the bare eye makes Betelgeuse generally the 10th maximum brilliant megastar within the nighttime sky. But, as you can already recognize, it's forever been regarded to vary in brightness. A part of the justification for this is that Betelgeuse is never your common big name, because of its enormous length. If we had been by some means capable of replacing Betelgeuse with our very own little solar, it'd increase all the way to the asteroid belt and have a mass of an astounding multiple instances that of the solar. It would come as a shock, however Betelgeuse is pretty youthful for a celeb, with an age anticipated to be around 8 to 10 million years. In evaluation, our own Sun is lots greater mounted, with an anticipated age of around 4.6 billion years. This is because supergiant stars like Betelgeuse devour speedy through their atomic gas and go supernova fantastically swiftly on geological timescales. This likewise implies they evolve fast, and Betelgeuse may additionally in fact have executed that proper before humanity's eyes. To parent out how researchers arrived at the conclusion that Betelgeuse had formerly detonated, it is important to dig into the context. The tale starts off evolved around the 2nd century BC while Chinese language cosmologists made a vital observation that Betelgeuse showed a particular yellow tint. Rapid ahead to the middle of the 2nd century AD, and the Greek stargazer Tycho Brahe defined it as orangish or rosy, much like the way it seems these days. Comparably, medieval eyewitnesses within the Center East saw a similar hue. The inquiry emerges approximately how colors have been named or visible in the beyond. However, for this example, there may be a real opportunity that Betelgeuse underwent a color exchange within more than 1 centuries. It's miles practicable that Chinese cosmologists noted Betelgeuse all through its yellow supergiant degree, and over a few centuries it advanced into the red supergiant level. For the reason that humans, by using our inclination, are nighttime sky watchers, you want to think about the range of individuals across the globe who may want to see the superstar and take a look at the alternate, however left no information. In spite of everything, modifications to a star like that possibly got here with a wide range of darkening and lights-up events that aren't recorded. Consider them searching up on the nighttime sky and announcing, "Good day. Didn't that superstar was more high quality?" And that is precisely what has been taking place proper now. Betelgeuse is a variable celebrity, but it seems to regulate to a few cyclic conduct. Starting in December 2019, Betelgeuse's brightness strangely plunged overwhelmingly, which changed into apparently observable to the naked eye. For the ones used to looking at the superstar, it changed into no longer its common self till mid-2020. Over time, it recovered, and one hypothesis became that a number of these cycles had harmonized, making for an particularly deep plunge in brightness. Besides, the observations made by way of the Hubble Space Telescope showed something as an alternative particular. It regarded that Betelgeuse had expelled a large quantity of searing cloth into space, forming a notable dust cloud. This dirt cloud, in turn, obscured a large part of the superstar's light when visible from our attitude. The exchange changed into quite stunning. Betelgeuse, as soon as counted a number of the 10 most notable stars in the night sky, blurred to wherein it located lower than the 20th maximum first rate. It turned into honestly baffling to observe its dimness in assessment with its neighboring celebrity Aldebaran, which holds the 14th function in phases of brightness. Fortuitously, Betelgeuse gave signs and symptoms of development, but its uncommon behavior did no longer prevent. In fact, its miles now showing a kingdom notably more odd than easy dimming. Over current months, Betelgeuse has gone through an emotional growth in brightness, outperforming its regular radiance by way of an impressive half of. This amazing situation is quite disruptive for a celebrity regarded for its changes. The dimming activities might be resulting from dust or matching cycles, or possibly the star-generated top-notch sunspots. Besides, a critical growth in brightness is something else altogether. No matter the fact that it very well may be related with the past event while Betelgeuse expelled material in overdue 2019, it possibly triggered a substantial disturbance in the famous person's plasma float. The present-day behavior we observe may be considered a not-on-time repercussion of that discharge. However, what lies at the back of this wonderful behavior outperforming the star's regular fluctuations? One slight hypothesis that has been widely discussed is that Betelgeuse is coming near the supernova level. At the same time as mild estimates nevertheless advocate that the famous person is around 100,000 years from state-of-the-art supernova event, we can offer proof to scrutinize this notion and show that it has already took place. So, what is the proof? In line with a monumental overdue scientific paper by means of Hideyuki and Associates of Tohoku College in Japan, Betelgeuse has already long gone through a supernova explosion, and we is probably seeing the repercussions of this grandiose event in something like 10 years or multiple decades from now. Sure, this is proper. As astonishing as it sounds, the closing sighted supernova in our galaxy was the Kepler supernova, which was as some distance again as the 1600s. Via an intensive evaluation of Betelgeuse's variability patterns, the professionals have found 4 distinct periodic changes going on at time periods of 200, 420, 230, and 85 days. Whilst the starting place of the longest period stays difficult to understand, it's far expected to be the essential period, with the extra constrained stretches possibly serving as suggestions. The specialists advocate a model suggesting that Betelgeuse is in an overdue phase of carbon burning, inferring that it very well is probably nearly at a first-rate blast, positioning it as an excellent contender for the next expected supernova event inside our Milky Way galaxy. Almost about disentangling the mystery surrounding Betelgeuse, there is a chunk of a riddle. You see, there are a few conflicting observations concerning the launch of substances and the celebrity's resulting recovery. The general consensus leans toward a mass discharge event, something no longer altogether incomprehensible for different varieties of stars, albeit on an extra modest scale in comparison to our own sun. Yet right here is the twist. Supernovae are an actual issue too. We clearly saw one in a satellite TV for PC Galaxy of the Milky Way back in 1987. So, whilst it is practicable that our estimates for Betelgeuse's supernova timing may be off, don't go planning a ride around it just but. The elaborate part is that Betelgeuse is presently exciting to observe. It has slipped at the back of the solar and could no longer be obvious inside the nighttime sky till as a minimum August. As a consequence, we're left inside the dark approximately what this cryptic big name is up to right now. What we do realize, besides, is that it is kicking its normal styles with the aid of lights up. Now, right here's something interesting. Betelgeuse's huge size and relatively close proximity, roughly 650 light-years away, allow us to decide a plate. In truth, even as watching it, maximum stars are simply too far away, performing as easy factors of light. But with Betelgeuse, we've got a completely unique opportunity to seize direct variations in its mild output through images. So we not only have a star that would possibly pass supernova, however additionally masses of information to gather along with pictures, even though they is probably a chunk hazy. Let's say the situation wherein Betelgeuse has indeed gone supernova. How may it look? Priorities directly. It will likely be a real show. But don't worry, it is absolutely K for us here on the Earth. You notice, Betelgeuse is absolutely a long way away, so it'll not absolutely harm our planet while it goes supernova. But it'll now not be the maximum super item overhead. Simply, the moon will nonetheless dominate it by using a huge margin, and we should now not disregard the solar. Besides, it'd create its very own shadows around nighttime and continue to be seen in the course of the daytime for approximately a year. Now here's the exciting part. The supernova would be substantive around middle of the night for quite some time, constantly disappearing. There can be a quick length where it recovers some of its preceding brightness. However, ultimately it will retain to fade till the recognizable shoulder famous person within the constellation Orion vanishes absolutely. Whilst this supernova may not pose any threat to us, it may create a few confusion. In any case, some creatures rely upon starlight for navigation, and with an extra superb light overhead growing shadows, it is able to throw them off their sport apiece. But that is no longer all. cosmology itself could face some challenges. Observing the nighttime sky from Earth for the duration of times when the moon is shining brightly can be a chunk complicated. An exceedingly exceptional supernova would simply complicate subjects in addition. Anyway, many telescopes might possibly be more eager on capturing the supernova's grandeur than whatever else, despite the fact that it approached changing their observations. Plus, there could be a few caution signs earlier than the obvious blast, like detecting neutrinos and gravitational waves from the superstar. But here's the central query. If Betelgeuse has already long gone supernova, would possibly we capture the remnants? For that, we want to anticipate the James Webb Space Telescope to stumble on the supernova's remains. So how lengthy may it take for Betelgeuse to go supernova? We are no longer absolutely sure, but it is able to show up as quickly as next week, subsequent 12 months, or in 100,000 years. In astronomical terms, it is essentially equivalent to proper now. In the end, forgetting that the light we see from this star is genuinely very antique, and if it exploded 600 years ago, we wouldn't even know approximately it. What do you suspect? Would possibly Betelgeuse have already gone supernova? Or is it just showing a few unusual fluctuations? Let us recognize within the remarks. The James Webb Area Telescope is glaringly the proper device for making these observations. We should not need to wait long earlier than it tackles the mystery. Furthermore, for all the effort to recognize Betelgeuse's behavior and its implications for stellar evolution, it entails a complicated methodology combining observational astronomy, theoretical modeling, and historic context. This big name, famous for its variability and big size, presents a captivating possibility for astronomers to observe the life cycle of supergiant stars and the phenomena leading as much as supernovae. It's essential, proper off the bat, to comprehend the that means of supernova in the broader context of stellar evolution. A supernova is not only an amazing occasion, it's a crucial cycle in the lifestyle's cycle of stars. These blasts play an imperative function in scattering heavy factors throughout the universe. These elements, cast inside the cores of big stars, grow to be part of the interstellar medium and contribute to the formation of latest stars and planetary systems. For this reason, the research of Betelgeuse and comparable stars facilitates astronomers apprehend the chemical enrichment of the galaxy and the strategies driving stellar evolution. Betelgeuse's impending or ongoing supernova occasion might mark a crucial moment on this stellar life cycle. Researchers are particularly interested in the mechanisms that govern the transition from a huge famous person's final levels to its explosion. Cutting-edge models recommend that, as actually big stars like Betelgeuse approach the cease of their lives, they undergo a series of complex processes, which include core disintegrate and the expulsion of outer layers. Those degrees are characterized by means of extensive mass loss that could have an impact on the star's brightness and variability. By means of watching Betelgeuse's changes, researchers can gain insights into these approaches and refine their fashions of stellar evolution. Moreover, the historical information of Betelgeuse's brightness variations and its documented color adjustments offer valuable clues about its beyond states. But historical astronomers' observations, restrained through the era of their time, have supplied a baseline for evaluating cutting-edge facts. The transition from a yellow tint to a ruddy orange hue over centuries could mirror the celebrity's inner modifications and its development closer to a supernova. This ancient angle enhances our expertise of the way massive stars evolve and how their life cycles affect their surrounding environments. The potential for Betelgeuse to become a supernova also intersects with our expertise of cosmic occasions on a larger scale. As an example, the Have a Look at of supernovae aids astronomers in analyzing the situations main to exceptional forms of explosions, together with Type I and Type II supernovae. Kind I supernovae are normally the result of thermonuclear explosions in binary famous person systems, at the same time as Kind II supernovae, like the ones anticipated from Betelgeuse, arise from the middle crumble of large stars. Grasping the differences among those activities can assist researchers get to the bottom of the history of our galaxy and the frequency of such occurrences. Observational demanding situations, like Betelgeuse's modern function behind the solar, spotlight the complexities concerned in analyzing such dynamic celestial items. Although, astronomers appoint numerous strategies to monitor stars that are quickly obscured. As an example, They make use of area-based observatories and specialized telescopes to tune the famous person's light curves and analyze its spectral facts. These strategies offer important information approximately the big name's composition, temperature, and potential for a supernova. Furthermore, theoretical methods, which include using computational fashions, play an essential function in predicting and know-how supernova events. Researchers increase simulations that integrate contemporary observations, ancient statistics, and theoretical physics to forecast how a star like Betelgeuse may behave. These models aid in predicting the timing and characteristics of the supernova, supplying insights into what observers would possibly anticipate and the way the explosion will affect the encompassing area. The consequences of a supernova from Betelgeuse amplify past the world of cosmology. For instance, a supernova of this importance could make contributions to our understanding of cosmic radiation and its results in the world. Although Betelgeuse's distance guarantees that it poses no threat to our planet, the study of supernovae enhances our information of cosmic rays and their interactions with the Earth's environment. This record is critical for know-how area weather and its potential effects on satellite operations and communique structures. In the end, the possible discovery of Betelgeuse's supernova stays a supply of exhilaration and intrigue inside the scientific community. The occasion would now not best develop our information of stellar lifestyle cycles but also captivate the public's imagination. The dramatic visible spectacle of such an explosion, seen for months or even years, would absolutely encourage a brand new generation of astronomers and area enthusiasts. Public interest in astronomical occasions often fuels educational efforts and promotes clinical literacy, emphasizing the importance of continued investment in space research and exploration. In conclusion, the potential supernova of Betelgeuse represents a huge milestone in our know-how of stellar evolution and cosmic activities. The continued observations and theoretical work surrounding the famous person make contributions to a broader comprehension of the universe's workings. As we assume similarly information from the James Webb Area Telescope and other observatories, the Have a Look at of Betelgeuse maintains to offer valuable insights into the dynamic approaches governing massive stars and their closing destiny. Whether Betelgeuse has already detonated or is drawing close that dramatic occasion, its story highlights the ever-evolving nature of our exploration of the universe and the relentless quest to unveil its mysteries.